Hi folks, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back, I'd love it if you subbed and stayed. Get another quick one in before the funeral, I think. This one's Confession, Hate Watching 3 YouTubers. And remember, this is for patrons, they're paying for this. She hasn't even bothered to brush her hair. How stupid are they?
This is from my Patreon. You guys, I've actually been thinking if I should continue Patreon. I just feel like I don't have a lot of content to warrant what you guys are paying. Like I'm racking my brain to think of what extra I can give you because you're, so special and you...
Are you buying that? I'm not fucking buying that. Oh, I've been racking my brain. Sorry, I'm trying to get my glass out from behind the mic stand, and of course I should have done this before I started, but I was busy doing something else. Yeah, you're all so special. I'm racking my brain to think of something interesting to do. How would you ever come up with something interesting to do when you never have anything fucking interesting on your YouTube? Let alone warrant a fucking Patreon.
Pay for this. So let me know if you have any ideas.
That's great,
if
isn't
you
it?
want to continue to support.
Tell me what you want me to do that you're paying me for. Not only are you paying me, but you have to come up with the ideas as well.
This Patreon channel. So my back is killing me. Like to the point that I can't breathe, when I walk it hurts. It's my lower back. But to the meaning I can't breathe because of the pain. So I might do a video similar to this on my channel, but for right now, what I wanted to talk about was YouTube. And
I might do a video similar to this on my YouTube channel, or I might just put this on my YouTube channel after you've paid for it. And you're paying to hear all her aches and pains. Would you pay to listen to somebody whinge and fucking moan? I'm sure I wouldn't.
Open up about a couple of things that I've been doing. So, first of all, there's crap on YouTube. I'm like scrolling through. The content is just so bad. I think it's...
Have you looked at yourself, lardass? The content on YouTube's ridiculous, says she, lying on her bed in a nightie with her unbrushed hair, moaning about her bad back.
just so bad. There's nothing to watch. There are 3 people. I just scratched my lip. There are 3 people that I'm going to admit this, I hate watch, and I write nasty comments. Trisha Paytas, Nikocado Avocado, and Jeremy Fragrance. First of all, Jeremy Fragrance, who I used to love for a very short time, his content that he's putting out is complete crap.
And you have the right to tell him that because your content is A1. But she didn't think this would get to hear the light of day, did she? So 1 minute you're up Jeremy Fragrance's hole, and now you're writing him nasty comments. Fuck's sake.
He just retitles everything.
So do you, and swap it around between your Patreon and your YouTube.
the same kind of title, like top 5 fragrances for June, top 5 fragrances for women in June, top 5 fragrances for men in June, top 5 fragrances that I wouldn't purchase again, top 5 fragrances that I would purchase again. Like, seriously, dude, at least put out less videos and quality content.
Is she fucking listening to herself? Driving around in my car, moaning. Driving around in my car with the top down, moaning. Driving around in my car with the top down and the AC on, moaning. Driving around in my car getting coffee from Dutch Brothers. Driving around in my car getting coffee from Dutch Brothers. Driving around in my... Hello, Lardy, look at your fucking list of videos. You're hardly Steven fucking Spielberg yourself. Who does she think she is to sit there and slag off other YouTubers that actually put effort into their videos when she's lying on her bed in her fucking pyjamas, nightie, whatever, not washed, not brushed her hair, no makeup, and she's expecting people to pay for this? And the stupid thing is, they do. Fuck's sake.
Plus, there's something about me, about him. Ooh, is that a Freudian slip? There's something about him that I find filthy. He looks sweaty, dirty. He looks like he doesn't shower. He looks
So do you.
greasy. I'm sure his white suit has yellow stains all over it from spraying cologne on it. I think, this is going to be really mean, but rather than put all of his efforts into, I don't know, YouTube, he should probably go back to school and learn English a little bit better, because his English is abhorrent.
Says the fat blob that uses 3 words, and usually wrongly. She knows extrapolate, that's a word that she knows. But the rest she hears and she uses them, but she uses them in the wrong context. And she's fucking English.
He can't verbalize.
Neither can you. Look at you grappling with a simple sentence. And this is your first language. How rude. When you can compose a fucking paragraph of coherentness, I've just made up a word, then come back and fucking slag him off. Doing videos in a second language better than you can speak in your first. Fuck off.
Proper thought. What has changed with him? Reading through the comments, everyone is speculating that he's doing cocaine, and I personally don't think that he is, because he's so, like, frenetic. I think he is doing some things for shock value, and I think he's run out of content.
Bit like you.
I don't think his descriptions on fragrances are great. This one is good for the office. Like, who even works in an office anymore? Like, as a mass society.
I'm sorry. Just because you don't fucking work, are incapable of holding a job for more than 8 hours, yes, people do still work in fucking offices. How do you think the country gets run? Who's working in the banks? Fuck's sake. Is she for real?
We all work, people work remotely. This is good for the office. This is good for clubbing. Do people still go clubbing? maybe in Miami, maybe you're
Just 'cause you're not doing it doesn't mean it isn't happening. Wow.
Trash people, which I think he is. I think he's
Eurotrash people. Is that what she just said?
Miami, maybe Eurotrash people, which I think he is. I think he's Eurotrash.
Go and tell him that to his face. Go on, fucking dare you. In fact, I might just clip that and send it to him. Do you think I should? You evil fat fucking witch. Sat there looking like a fat man, bored on a Sunday, slagging off other people. But of course you never say anything about anybody, do you? Ever? No. You just do it quietly and Patreon.
It makes me sad because I used to like him, but when I found him, it was kind
No, it makes you sad because you used to fancy him and he didn't fancy you back, and so now you've got the hump.
of late in the game, and I was doing a lot of
Coke.
catching up on his videos, and his videos, you know, back like a few years ago, were really good. Like, he was unique. When I started really disliking him is when he was talking about stretching his penis. I was like, that's it. And I'm not a prude, okay? Like, if I'm doing a live and I've been drinking and we start to talk about sex and body parts, like, that's fine. But he is talking about his lifestyle and things he does in a serious manner, and I don't know, it just repulses me.
Yes, but there may be people out there that are thinking about having the procedure done and are finding what he's talking about interesting. Or people that are interested in his life and find what he's talking about interesting. Well, woe betide, somebody might like somebody else for more than the 5 fragrances to wear to the club. They might actually like him as a person and like to hear what he's talking about. You think people are happy to sit and listen to you talk bollocks day in, day out, so why can't they listen to him? Honestly, these people! If we're not all kissing your ass, or doing exactly what you would do if you were us, then you don't like anyone, do you? But then you don't like anyone anyway because you're a narc. How can they sit there and do that? His content's trash, she says.
Like, first of all, I don't even like his dancing. I don't like his body. I think it's so...
So don't fucking watch then. Isn't that the line you always use? If you don't like it, just don't watch.
I don't like his body. I mean, I thought I liked his body once, but because of all that other crap that he talks about, I can't even see him as handsome anymore. Do you know what I mean? His self-imposed routines, like wearing a white Speedo, going out, waking up 4:30 in the morning, running into the ocean, putting on a backpack in his underwear, doing sit-ups, holding his breath. I heard him say he does. Like, these are just taking a cold shower. This is all just made up bullshit. So I'm not really sure why I'm hate watching, but I am, and I'm admitting to it. I'm also hate watching Trisha Paytas.
So because Jeremy Fragrance has a routine in the morning where he gets up early and goes for a dip in the sea and then does sit-ups with extra weight on to make them work harder and whatever else it was you said, you don't like him. I'm sure he'd find your morning routine absolutely fucking riveting.
I think she is one of the most disgusting human beings. I really don't understand what's wrong with Moses. That's what I have to say. Something is terribly wrong.
No, you're just fucking jealous that she's found a man. Sorry if you can hear my stomach. I don't know what's going on with it. You're seething because she's got a man. And I don't know if they're married in this video yet or not. But they're going to get married and they're going to have a baby called Malibu Barbie. I reckon that Malibu Barbie, she'll have pet names, won't she? They won't call her Malibu Barbie. So I'm betting on Mally or Boo. They'll call her. Boo's cute. They could call her Boo, couldn't they? Just because they've named her Malibu Barbie doesn't mean they're going to... But then knowing Trisha, she probably will. Who knows? But she's seething that Trisha can find a man and have all that money and have a great life and all the rest of it. And she's still a fat lump on a Sunday on her bed in a nightie.
Wrong with him that he's with her, because she is vapid. Like, and I don't think it's an act, but if it is an act, like, it's just as bad. Asking questions of him, like, about Jewish people, like we're some kind of new religion that she knows nothing about. Like,
just because she knows nothing about the Jewish religion, that's what's fucking you off, isn't it? That you're Jewish and she's daring to ask, did that happen? Was this real? What happened then? What do you do then? Because she's fucking interested in the man she's going to marry. And he's Jewish. So she's spending time asking him about things he knows about. She wants to learn about it now. Because she's fallen in love with him. People, do you think that fucking Catholic Irish people grow up knowing all there is to know about the Jewish religion? And if they don't, they're stupid. You don't even fucking know about the Jewish religion. How many holidays do you fucking celebrate? When were you last at the synagogue? Fucking woman, I swear.
so do we have to sleep in separate bedrooms when I convert? When I have my period? Like, all this stupid. I can't stand it. So stupid. So ignorant. And to me, that borders on anti-Semitism, because...
Oh, fuck off. And when you get there, fuck off a bit further. Because if I actually thought there was a fucking ounce of you that was Jewish and proud of it, I'd stand up for you. But you're not. You're Jewish when it fucking suits you to be Jewish. And what she's doing isn't fucking anti-Semitism. It's questioning something that she knows nothing about. To cool down, I will tell a story. When people don't know things, they don't know things. You only know what you know. And if she's never been around Jews before, or bothered to read up on it, because why would she? Then how is she supposed to fucking know? Which brings me back to my school days. And we were at Mass one Sunday, Catholic Mass. And my friend Lisa's cousins had come over from Ireland. And I think they were Protestant, I'm not sure. Either that or they weren't practicing anything. Anyway, she dragged them to Mass with us because it was law that we went. And at the part of the the mass where the priest hold his hands up and he's going to change the water into wine and what have you. A little cousin at the top of his voice went, "Is he going to do a trick?" Was that anti-Catholic? Should he have been hung, drawn and quartered? Because he asked a fucking question? Anyone else as annoyed as I am?
It's not some obscure religion. We don't have horns on our heads. Don't act like this is new. What's matzah? Like,
I don't know what matzah is. What is matzah? Am I an anti-Semite now because I've asked a fucking question? Do you know? Ugh! I can't. I want to punch the fucking screen. Little Miss Self-fucking-important. Okay, what do you know about the Catholic Church? What do you know about our Mass? What do you know about our ceremonies? What do you know about Hinduism? What do you know about... Oh, I can't think of any more. It's gone dumb. But do you know what I mean? Does anybody know all the ins and outs of anybody else's religion? No. What about the people that have no fucking religion? Are they supposed to know what goes on in the Jewish religion as well? You're not that fucking important, Lardy.
you know, she didn't say that, but it's like, it's kind of like that. And then Nikocado avocado, just like, so disgusting, those two. They're just so disgusting. Fat, sweaty, gross. Eating, crying, snot. Just so gross.
Same as you. Can she not see that she's doing the same fucking thing?
I don't watch a lot. I'll check in to see, only because I'm starved for content.
Fuck off. You're telling me that there's nothing on YouTube to watch at all? Have you bothered looking? There's documentaries, there's crime stories, there's millions of people doing beauty YouTube that I haven't even heard of half of them. I haven't heard of a fucking... I think I probably know about 1% of the beauty YouTube. There's millions of them out there. I was looking one day, I just put in an eyeshadow palette. And then sometimes I'll put in declutters or collections or whatever. There's millions of people out there. Okay, so you don't want to watch beauty. Cooking, sewing. People in Japan making storage out of cardboard boxes. I just watched somebody mention them on the Gossip Bakery a while back, this Chinese lady. And I subbed. And she did a whole video. She didn't open her mouth, doesn't say anything. And it was just her tootling about in her day, unpacking her groceries, and then making storage boxes out of cardboard boxes that she'd got shopping in, and then cooking things and doing stuff and whatever. And then having dinner with her husband and her daughter, and it was the cutest thing ever. And it started off with the rain outside in the morning, and then it brightened up, and then she sat outside with a cup of coffee or whatever and had something to eat, and it was just so nice. There's millions of things. My husband's just got into watching people walking tours, because we're never going to get to see these places. So he goes walking around for as long as he stays awake, because I think there must be an ASMR thing as well. There's tons of ASMR out there. There's tons of stuff. You could never find everything on YouTube before you fucking died, and she's moaning that there's nothing out there. You just don't look, do you? You're stuck in your own little rut, and you're happy watching them and moaning, but you don't want to admit to it. And now I need a wee.
So I just check in, like I'll type in the name and take a look, and then I have to click out. Can't watch a whole video. And then it is a self-control thing. Like, and this is what I say, if people don't like me, don't watch me, right? So simple. I never have to type in Trisha Paytas's name. But I kind of like to know what's going on. Now, you can't compare me. I'm just so small. Like, I'm so insignificant as far as, like, what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are insignificant. But for some reason, some people want to see what you're doing. And you can't have it both ways. You can't have the views and the PayPal and the fucking super chat and no shit. It doesn't work like that. As well you know. So either you're nice and you have a decent channel, or you fuck off altogether and leave us all in peace.
I mean, so it's so easy, I would think, if you don't like me, to just not watch me. I tune into Trisha because it's sort of how I tap into what's going on in the YouTube worlds. So
No, it isn't. It's what's going on in Trisha Paytas' world. And Nick Ocasio's world. And Jeremy Fragrance's world. You're doing the same. Oh, you're doing the same as other people. Oh, where am I now? Help. You're doing exactly the same as the people that hate what you are doing. But you don't like it. See, it's okay for you, but not anybody else. God forbid anybody else would do what you do.
it's kind of how I stay. It's kind of like my news source, because I sort of know what's going on.
Why don't you just watch a fucking news source like that dickhead that I can't stand? What's his name? Fucking Keemstar or whatever his name is. Fucking knobhead, I can't. At one point, he was saying, you know, I don't know if any of you'll remember, but ages ago, when YouTube decided those of us that were YouTube partners were now not going to be YouTube partners because they were moving the goalposts and they were changing the rules, and there was new fucking hoops we had to jump through, and people were complaining, and rightly so. And then he turned around and said, oh, I could make a new channel today and use a different voice and I'd be monetized within a year. I'll do it and I'll show you. And he never fucking did it, did he? No. He called us whiny little fucks and like, oh, so you were going to prove something, weren't you? But you didn't. So that's all you have to do, Lardy, is watch him and get the news. Or who else? Philip DeFranco. Who else does news? There's loads of people on there that do news. Watch them. That's just an excuse. I get the news from Trisha Paytas. No, you don't. You just want to watch Trisha Paytas and write horrible things about her. That's your fucking sad pastime.
So I think that's why I continue to watch a little bit. I don't watch the whole thing. I watch just enough to infuriate me and disgust me. And it does bother me to some extent that our society is such that we give more and more to people that aren't authentic, that put on acts, that are ignorant.
Basically what you're saying is you're pissed off because Trisha Paytas is getting paid big time for doing what she does. Because she fucking hooked in at the right time, played the game, got the viewers, is earning the coin, and you can't fucking cope. because you want to go viral and be able to sit on your kitchen floor and cry and get a load of money. Well, it doesn't work like that. Because there's something about Trisha Paytas that people tune into. They like listening to her crying on the kitchen floor or asking stupid questions or doing whatever it is she does. I can't watch her. She talks too fast. I don't understand a word she says. I tried watching when she said she was going to give all the background details about being on Big Brother, and I tuned into that and I had no clue what she was saying at all. How does anybody understand that girl? But this is jealousy 101. She's pissed off that Trisha's earning money. She's pissed off that some fat boy crying and eating's earning money. And she's pissed off that a German, is he German, who can't speak excellent English is earning money. And then she's accusing other people of being anti-Semites.
That don't provide quality content.
Where's your fucking quality content?
You know, there are people that have YouTube channels that, you know, do really great editing with drones. Okay, let's take the best ever review food show with Sonny. His quality is so good.
Right, see, she's just said there, let's take blah de blah blah with Sonny. Never heard of it. Never watched. No idea who you're talking about. Probably half the people that watch you don't know who you're talking about. That, my dear, is because YouTube's fucking huge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pause the telly. The sound's coming through my other headphones and it's distracting me. What was I saying? YouTube's huge. So there's millions of people out there. Nobody, probably no one that's watching you is watching who you're watching. Yes, people like that should have millions. I totally agree. I love watching people that do. Like that woman I just said, her editing was fucking amazing. There was music in the background. It was just so relaxing to watch her tootle about and do her day. I'm sat here now, I keep checking to see if she's done another video. I'll have to go and binge watch her from the start. But she made I'm going on about her again, sorry, but she made these tarts in the day and then had figs on top, I think, and honey and what have you, and then she made like a stir fry with rice and stuff and whatever. Anyway, her little girl's eyes when she saw that tart coming out for pudding, it was just so sweet. And it's like, it's the little things like that. And I watched that just after doing a Lisa video where she said she didn't feel good, so she wouldn't walk along the beach with her children. And it's like, but it's important to put makeup on every day. Ask that little girl, did mummy have makeup on? She won't remember. What she will remember is the brilliant food that her mum made for her. And the home she put together for them. And how loved she felt. That's what she'll remember. Dread to think what Lisa's kids remember.
He is always raising the bar. It takes an incredible amount of work what he does, you know, to go to travel these places in Southeast Asia and review food and the editing. I mean, he has people working for him, but still, the editing, the drone that he has to, you know, add to the entire experience. You feel like you're there. The humor he has, it's entertaining. But like Trisha Paytas talking about dildos, or, you know, the excessive wealth that she does not even know what to buy.
Oh, should she give it all to you? Is that the problem? that you'd know what to buy. You're not sat there saying she should give all her money to the bloke with the drone. You're just sat there fucking moaning because you're not earning what she is. And you know that you could do exactly what she was doing and still not earn what she is. You do that all the time. You try and piggyback off of other people. You see people doing ASMR. Oh, I could do that. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, mukbang. I could do that. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, Dollies of the Damned. I could do that. Oh, no. Have you not figured out yet, Lardy? You're not likeable. And you have no talent.
And her house is just trashed. Like, what a waste of a beautiful house to just have all of that crap, or in Yiddish, chazarai. It's just such a waste. I don't think about it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't, like, drive along and have this fester.
Yeah, you do. Because I've seen you in the car and you're like, oh, I want to talk about Trisha Paytas. I've got loads on my mind. No, it's not festering at all, is it?
I'm just talking to you, so it's coming to the forefront of my mind.
Whatever.
So it's not like it interferes with my life. Like, I don't really care. I don't investigate her. I don't try and find out where she lives like people have with me. I don't.
No, they don't. You don't. See, I've just in the last couple of videos shown how you tell everybody where you live. Nobody investigates fuck all. You tell us.
Call Animal Protective Services or the police. I don't have pizza delivered. All things that have been done to me. Like, that's really sick. I don't write her, you know. So it hasn't interfered with my life the way I have. People's obsession with me has interfered with their lives to the point that they try to find out where I live, try to find out where I work, try to look into court records when I got a ticket for using my phone, which, you know, was total bullshit. So,
Are you saying you don't use your phone in the car? How many hours and hours and hours of footage have we got of you using your phone in the car?
you know, I just watch some YouTube and I make a mental note and I say, oh, I'll do a video and talk about it. Tell them. I get it. I hate watch.
But yet you'll sit on your YouTube and go, I don't hate watch. I would never hate watch. Which is it? You do or you don't? You couldn't lie straight in bed, could you?
So, anyways, I'm interested to hear your comments.
Yeah, of course you are.
To see what you guys think. If you agree with me, what are your feelings? Are there any people that you watch that you used to like and now you sort of still watch them but you don't like them and you don't understand why you're watching them? Do you, for those that watch Jeremy Fragrance or Trisha Paytas, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with Jeremy, he's just throwing up like 4 videos a day of just nonsense. You know, it's kind of...
But your videos are what? What exactly are your videos if they're not nonsense?
It would be... I don't know why he's doing that. It would be better for him to just do like a quality video once a week. Or even twice a week, but not 4 times a day. You're not saying anything. You're not saying anything of value. Maybe you'd say, well, I'm not saying anything of value right now. But my channel isn't about fragrance reviews. My channel is a hodgepodge of my thoughts, things that I'm just like rolling around in my head, things I want to talk about, like chit-chatting, realness, chit-chat. I'm alone in my house. I'm talking to you guys, knowing that you're watching. I'm thinking of the people that I know that are going to watch this, and I'm talking to you. So, yeah, my content isn't like revolutionary. It's just girl to girl. But his content is to serve a purpose. He's reviewing perfume and scent, and he's not saying anything. Plus, he never steps out of the box. Like, if I have to hear about Lancome La Vie Belle or Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, like, how about some niche brands? How about some retro brands? Talk about how and why fragrance companies have reformulated their fragrance because we now have access to synthetic.
You're so clever, you do it then. There you go. He's not doing it, so why don't you? Do you know enough to make videos once a week about that? Why don't you do it then? So you're saying he should go out and spend more money buying fragrances to show on his channel? Maybe he will when he's making more money. Maybe he can't afford it at the moment.
Fragrances so that things don't smell like they used to, you know? Because back in the day, they would get real vanilla and real lavender, and now it's chemically created, so it has changed the DNA of fragrances. Like, what about like fragrances from the 80s, fragrances from the 20s? That would all be very interesting. He should talk about like Kritzia, which I used to wear, Ombre Rose, which I used to wear.
Oh, he should talk about fragrances that you used to wear, should he? I wonder why he doesn't know that. Shall we send him a letter? You know what you're missing, Jeremy? Talking about fragrances that Lardass used to wear. That'll bring in the views.
Alfred Sung, Oscar de la Renta, Elizabeth Taylor, White Diamonds. Like, let's hear about some unusual ones from back. Do Old Spice. Talk about how that was like, the thing to wear in the 70s. Talk about how fragrance has evolved. I remember it used to be called toilet water. Do you remember that? Toilet water.
That's what eau de toilette is, you fuckwit.
Was the most diluted. So those are my suggestions. He'll never see this. That's why I feel very comfortable talking about it with you guys. Just wanted to sort of...
He'll never see it. Oh. Okay.
check in, put this up on my Patreon, open this up for, do you guys still want to be here? What do you want to see from me? I know you guys say anything, we like anything, but I don't have even anything. I mean, I can do chit chats like this. I've been doing YouTube for so long. It really is a challenge to kind of come up with.
Yeah, as the penny just dropped. Doing YouTube is really difficult to come up with ideas of new things to do. Do you think Trisha and Jeremy and Nick Ocado have that problem too, possibly? Do you think they might have hit a wall and don't know what else to do? Huh?
Content. So I would love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what you thought about what I just said, everything that I just said. So please comment below. And I just always, as always, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here. You are here because you really, really want to be here. I want you to be happy here. So I don't want you to be a member if you feel, or even I feel, like I'm not giving 100%. And I just don't feel like I'm giving 100% to Patreon right now.
You never did.
So let me know. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday. I'm waiting for an Amazon delivery for an e-file. Can you believe I've never gotten an e-file? Electronic nail file. Like, I sit there filing. I need an e-file. I'm going to be taking these off and doing my nails. Going grocery shopping a little bit, and resting because my back is killing. So, and this is not a top, it's my nightgown.
Yeah, we knew that.
Talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.
Oh, did I catch it in time to pull? What's that? Please tell me that's a hand. Right, if you made it to the end with me, thank you very much. I am now off to watch the Queen's funeral, and I will see you soon.